This episode is brought to you by Aloette. I am so excited to offer a free restorative enzyme peel sample. If you want this, you'll just go to peelsample.com. You guys, this is the one that you put on dry skin. You rub it in a circular motion for about a minute, and you're going to see dead skin, like visibly right there, tangible results after a minute. You can use this on your face. You can use it on your calloused hands from that barbell, and you can use it on your running feet. So whether you've been running, lifting, or momming, this is an awesome product. Again, I want you to go to PEEL sample.com and request your free sample. Week 8. This is the final week of the 5K plan. I am so proud of you for getting here. This is your taper week. So you are going to rest this week so you are able to race and do it well. Outside of your race, okay, so your race is 3.1 miles. Outside of that, I want you to get a collective 4 miles this week. There is no key run this week. You're just going to run 4 anyhow. So maybe that's 2 and 2. Maybe you do a single mile a day just to kind of shake it out before your race. Your race is 3.1 miles. Getting that rest and preparing your mind is the name of the game this week. This is a really great week to go to bed 30 minutes earlier and wake up 30 minutes later. That is a strategy called splitting the difference, and it's what I recommend for any distance race, not just a 5K. It's also a good time to focus on hydration and fueling your body well. You know these things. I just want to remind you that you've got the extra time during your taper to do so. Welcome to the Run Lift Mom podcast, where we're talking about running, lifting, and momming, not necessarily in that order. Today is a Saturday with Susie, a quick tip podcast, and we're going to spend our time in the running category because I have 5 tips for running in the dark. Whether it's late at night or early morning hours, you guys, you've got to be careful to avoid getting hurt. Number 1, bring your phone. Yes, you heard me right. I want you to bring that phone because you're going to be able to find help if you get hurt or feel unsafe. You guys, turn on the Find My Friends feature in your phone. That way you can tell friends where you are should something happen. The second tip I have for you is to know your route. Guys, I want it to be a well-lit path that you are familiar with. You want to wear a headlamp. A headlamp can be acquired at Amazon or at a big box store in the camping section. It's going to run you $10, $20, and it is well worth the investment. With a headlamp, you not only get to see where you're going, it's going to help you see your terrain. This is why you'll often see ultra marathoners with headlamps on. Their races begin early in the morning. They extend until later in the evening. The race directors require they have it. That way they can see their footing. Also with a headlamp, when you're training, you can look up and shine your light at cars to make sure that they see you. Don't assume the cars can see you. This light really, really helps. Now, if you're traveling and know that you're going to be out in the dark, early in the morning, late at night, what do? You're not going to be able to know your route, right? You plan ahead. Strava's global heat map or Map My Run has something called the Route Genius. They're apps that you can use and you can find a safe place to run even if you're in an unfamiliar place. You want to stick to places that you know are safe and, of course, save those adventure runs for the daytime. The third tip that I have for you is to wear reflective clothing. You guys, again, you may be able to see the cars coming. They cannot see you. So you can get clothing that has reflective properties on it. I'm going to link to a couple of items in the show notes that Zaya Active offers for this, but you can also buy reflective tape from Amazon to put on your shoes or your water bottle, your Camelback, or even like your hat if you're running in the dark. Don't discount your husband's PT belt if you are in that season of life. Anything that is reflective is going to help you. Bright clothes are fantastic, but you want something with reflective properties or a reflector itself. My fourth tip is this. Don't look like a victim when you head out the door. Don't dress to be a victim. This is what I mean by it. And this is from the advice of law enforcement officials. When folks prey, especially on women, as they're running, there were two things in common. One, they had headphones in. They weren't aware of their surroundings. So I'm going to ask you to either use one bud with the volume low or have no headphones at all. And number two, they had a ponytail. Think of it from an attacker's perspective, right? Some chick has 2 earbuds in, she can't hear anything, and she's got a ponytail. You can go right up behind her, pull that ponytail, yank her down, game over. You guys, I want you to put your hair in a bun. Do that mom bun thing. Don't do a ponytail, especially if you're running by yourself. And again, with those headphones, I know you're bringing your phone with you because you listen to my tip number 1. Find My Friends is on. If you want to listen to this podcast or your favorite playlist, either volume down, one bud, or no headphones at all. Just put it on the speaker. My fifth tip, I want you to pack appropriately for this run. I know many of you love the simplicity of running, right? You love the fact that you can just lace your shoes on and go right outside and do your thing. But you need to pack pepper spray and identification. On pepper spray, if you don't have some, you gotta get some. It's less than $10 on Amazon. You can do a handheld. You can even do a pink pepper spray. It is more important to be safe than to be nice. Yes, you can look like that jerk with the pepper spray. I'm giving you permission to do so. You can get the kind with hand straps, but I mean, if you've got pocket leggings, hello light and tights, you can put that pepper spray down in there for easy access. Don't get the zipper ones. Get traditional pockets so you can pull it right out if you're feeling unsafe. And then also you want to have some sort of ID on you in case you get hurt. Road ID is really fantastic, and a road ID is basically like a little plate for your shoe or a little bracelet identification. I know you guys are familiar with this, and this one is really good because fellow runners and cyclists know to look for this. All right. Some people have their emergency contact info in their phone. I used to do something where I would write it on my shoe, but then another runner reminded me that if somebody finds you out there, if they are a runner, a cyclist, a hiker, whatever, and oftentimes they are, if something goes wrong, they're going to look at that road ID first. They're going to look for it. So I think it's a fantastic investment. It's a really great gift if you have someone that you know in your life. This is the one time that I'm going to say, don't be ghetto and make your own. Get the real thing. And that's it, you guys. Those are my 5 tips for running in the dark, whether it's early in the morning or late at night. Until I get into your earpiece again, remember, for while bodily training is of some value, godliness is of value in every way, as it holds promise for the present life and also for the life to come. That's from 1 Timothy 4:8, and this has been the Run Lift Mom podcast.
All right, so you're started on a new running plan. You've got everything planned out. You're going to be putting in some miles. You know exactly how you're going to get from point A to point B, and you're really excited about it. And then week 2, week 3 rolls around. You're doing good. You followed your plan, but you start to get that little twinge in your knee or that little ache in your back that you've had before, And that's it, right? Now the plan is over. You're not going to be able to meet your goal. But you know what? Not this time. Not this time. And that's where Super Flexi from Red H Nutrition comes in. It is specifically formulated for runners who put in mile after mile and need to take special care of their bodies so they can continue to put in the miles and stay strong. It has turmeric in it, which specifically helps with anti-inflammation. It's got collagen type 2, which works on keeping bones strong and cartilage strong so you can keep doing the work and feeling good workout after workout. You got to check out Red H Nutrition Super Flexi if you want to stay on your feet and stay strong through your entire running program.
Thank you so much for listening to the Run Lift Mom podcast. I want to let you know that you can swipe up in the podcast player that you're in to see the show notes. That's going to take you to my website and you're going to get a deep dive on today's show. Cool, huh? You could think of it as a blog post that complements what was covered today with all of the links and resources discussed. Don't forget to check out the podcast partners as well with some really great offers for you. And until I get into your earpiece again, remember, for while bodily training is of some value, godliness is of value in every way, as it holds promise for the present life and also for the life to come. That's from 1 Timothy 4:8, and this has been the Run Lift Mom podcast.
All right, so you're started on a new running plan. You've got everything planned out. You're going to be putting in some miles. You know exactly how you're going to get from point A to point B, and you're really excited about it. And then week 2, week 3 rolls around. You're doing good. You followed your plan, but you start to get that little twinge in your knee or that little ache in your back that you've had before. And that's it, right? Now the plan is over. You're not going to be able to meet your goal. But you know what? Not this time. Not this time. And that's where Super Flexi from Red H Nutrition comes in. It is specifically formulated for runners who put in mile after mile and need to take special care of their bodies so they can continue to put in the miles and stay strong. It has turmeric in it, which specifically helps with anti-inflammation. It's got collagen type 2, which works on keeping bones strong and cartilage strong so you can keep doing the work and feeling good workout after workout. You got to check out Red H Nutrition Super Flexi if you want to stay on your feet and stay strong through your entire running program.
Thank you for listening to Run Lift Mom. This show is sponsored by Zaya Active, Audible, and Red H Nutrition.